is taken out compared to the ERC because of that situation.
Di ba? So that's why.
But we don't know the percentage. The same matter what he said is also correct, that if you have a high load factor, then you are subsidizing the low load factor, so it's better for you to get out. So even if you make it voluntary, if they see the economic value of getting out, then they will get out. And that's the reason why, despite the TRO, there are still contestable customers that opted to get out because they see a reduction because of the load factor.
They disregarded the TRO.
Kunti naman, continue pa naman.
Continuous na. The problem continues. Thank you.
But then just like to go back to the point about the difficulty of ERC of looking at the supply sources as a portfolio. My first reaction to that, it sounds a bit paradoxical, because when you look at the system, by definition, it's a portfolio. So the second aspect of that, I guess, is why should a regulator be worried about where the sources of supplies coming from?
Because the distribution utilities are supposed to be the ones to have a least cost plan, which they do not really do. They divide the load into slices, and then they bid out things, then the ERC approves. So you must be missing the old days when NPC used to have the least cost planning methodologies.
I don't think you can do it yet in a deregulated environment.
But cannot the DOE simulate least cost planning and see where the market is going, whether...
There are two levels here. When you talk about the least cost system, it's probably quite feasible at the systems level.
Yeah.
Now,
Vertically integrated.
under a competitive industry, the cost curve of every single firm will be very different. So when they want to optimize, it's a decision of the firm, and therefore the decision of the managers who actually write a check and commit the money as to what kind of supply they would prefer to deploy. Now, I think the third aspect of that is I think more of an observation that oftentimes when we talk about least cost optimization, it's as if everyone is endowed with a foresight, which unfortunately none of us has, of being able to forecast way ahead of time how much prices will be and how volatile the prices will be. And I think the second aspect of that is probably the one that throws away, all the optimization answers you get.
Everyone makes assumptions. You have to.
Yeah, you have to. At the same time, at the firm level, it's not a question of making an assumption whether you make money or lose money. It's a real-time decision that you make, and that's why the trading aspect under a competitive market becomes more important.
But right now, there is no incentive to hedge because of the full fuel pass-through. Some retail electricity suppliers are actually offering fixed prices with the cost of hedging, of course.
Okay, let's now proceed to the question from the back, sir. Gentleman in red, you have questions.
Sir, I got a question for you. Are there specific regulations in the Philippines that would regulate 100% on-site power generation using alternative sources? Would that be possible?
That's possible. It's possible. It is for all your own use.
Now, let's say I'm a company and I'd like to place these generation units in different buildings, and the contract is between our company and the building facility, building owner. We provided everything, including the fuel source, and we provide them a power rate that's acceptable to them. Is that something that can be done? I mean, from the perspective of regulation.
I think that's a model that is available. The only thing that needs to be looked at is how the utility will react.
You as a utility provider, sir, how would you react? Yes,
We're
yes.
not.
You're not utility provider.
I'm not a monopolist.
So, in the context of Philippine regulations, that's possible to do.
Yeah.
Do we have a specific set of
Actually,
laws
that's
now?
customer choice. The regulator should be an enabler rather than a follower. And I think there should be a regulation that should enable that. That's happened. That's just the concept of putting a solar roof for your own use.
What we're planning to do, sir, is
Embedded generation.
second quarter of next year, we're putting up a factory for fuel cells because we saw that LNG is coming to the Philippines. And certainly LNG can be utilized for, the solid oxide fuel cells to generate power. So that's a model that we'd like to bring to the country and see if there would be any regulatory barriers here, whatever.
So far, the only experience now for own generation vis-a-vis the utility is just the solar roof. And because most industries that have their own generation, their diesel plants are just for emergency. They are not being operated
it's like
in
a
parallel.
backup.
Yeah, they're
The
not being
model-
operated in parallel.
The model that we have is, it's 100% power for them, and the utilities provider would be the backup generator.
Yeah, you can do that. You can get a
That can be
backup
done.
for them.
Okay, thank you, sir.
During the crisis, that was possible. A lot of industries put up their generators
Yes.
with the utility as the backup. But then that backup cost should probably go through DRC.
So the price would be regulated by ERC? Like, I can just say, here's your price? I can do that.
If it's for the captive market,
Ah,
but if it's for contestable, then...
Because you will be sharing in covering up their total investment.
ah.
So
So there's a possibility that Meralco can say, no, we won't allow you to...
they will allow you, but if the price is high.
Let's say I give it at 5 pesos per kilowatt hour to the consumer.
I
Only.
cannot speak for. If you give it to me for 2 pesos, I buy it. Then I will sell it.
How about 250, sir? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I think my question is on the transmission, the loss of transmission. I suppose there are areas that can, but how do you optimize because obviously of the cost of transmission, instead of wheeling just cost.
Part of
There
the.
could be two components of it. One is the technical transmission loss, and the other one would be lack of scale. You're delivering to an area where the investment will not be justified because of the very small size of the market. Which do you think is more important than the loss of transmission?
I think if you take into account the number of customers, it's more the density of it's more the investment
Okay, so
that has a bigger
Lack of scale.
problem, lack of scale, rather than.
We have enough time for 2 more questions.
There are no others.
There are no others, so go back to.
Is there no others?
Sir,
Is there no others?
are there any other from others? Yes, sir.
Something that is discussed big one. Some of the interventions of government on pricing, for example, the capital. Can you elaborate on what is the impact on supply of some of these stocks that we saw on the Western prices? Whether we're already feeling some of that, implications of that happened in December of that year. The copy. We'll come back to this.
What do you want, positive or negative?
Diba?
It has control the price. Para you force the generators to be.
It's premised by the
Misbehavior.
premise on misbehavior.
Misbehavior. Then you need to do it.
But I guess you discourage the putting up of capacity because business model is for
Picking plans.
ancillary, dispatchable, and picking. Because the business of picking is really just to really take advantage of tight supply demand. Okay, when a plant or a unit goes offline due to force outage. Because that's the only time you can do that. And you have to take advantage of it. But that, to me, that's not price gouging because that's really the economics of it. Right? And therefore, and it occurs only for a few hours. Okay? So you make up for your low capacity utilization with the price in order to be able to get your investment. But if you cap it, and these are governments that prices up, that they react suddenly. That's the negative aspect. But if you take away the misbehavior, then I think that secondary cap should be lifted. Even if you put in the limit of the 32 maximum bidding, but that secondary cap should be lifted.
Second question, Mr. Baker. There are initiatives, I think, in the Senate committee to have a different systems loss allowance between DUs and cooperatives. Is there any kind of economic justification for this? Or
Yeah, because-
this is politics now?
Because DUs, especially if they're already a network, you get better utilization of the system. And then you have higher density per unit area. And therefore, the loss, okay, on a per unit of demand, the ratio is very much less than when you have a cooperative with small or with a low density. And then they have long lines. When if you have Meralco is a 1 kilometer line. And almost every 5 meters you have a connection. Right? Compared with the DU, there's only 3 connections. Right? These 3 customers will be sharing in the cost of the long line. And add to that the cost of the companies.
So it should be driven more by the characteristics of the area,
Yes.
rather than whether it's a DU or a co.
Yeah, for the characteristics.
Technical.
That's effective. That's correct. So that can be modeled.
Roaming. In US, 42 states are also served by rural electric cooperatives. Because of that area, I mean,
But most co-ops already are, because of that reduction, they're not allowed to pass PV loss on a certain level. They're able to. And I think all they did was to zero in on their non-technical loss. And because the technical losses is science, you can compute it. There's no question about that. You can model it if necessary. But when you have these technical losses, anytime you're above, definitely 20% above it, or anything above 20% is already reduced. You can bring that down to 15, anything above 15 will be not technical loss. Yes, please.
This mix of the numbers 70, 20, and 10, base load, and is there a technical basis for that? Why the disproportion like that? Because it's very interesting. I can understand why it has to be like that, because it's very costly to have excess capacity when you have only just this in demands at the just like it's like the central bank, right? Central bank is importing 20% of the money, right? Because they cannot really put everything there 100% because there will be excess capacity. They invest. So,
Based on the energy mix numbers that I shared with you, EPDP, 70, 20, 10. If you look at the load curve, right, the energy required by the base load, which is almost 24/7, it's just the area under the curve, is 70% of the total. So that is based on energy. I think it is not based on megawatt. That is based on energy. If you base it on megawatt, The base load is about 55%. The rest is mid. Right, so that's 70% and mid to peaking is 30% in terms of energy. I think that was the basis. And it has a basis because based on the load curve. And it doesn't vary in Visayas. Visayas is about 65%.
If it become more industrialized, then you would have higher.
You will have higher. It will increase because your load factor will increase.
Last question from Sir.
So I am curious about your experience in Guimaras, no? Because you own the wind.
Yes.
The wind. And of course, those politics that was singitan kay EDC, no? The original pit.
When you mentioned that you said there is politics. You said it, I didn't say it.
I also saw your petition to the ERC that your 790 should become 740 become 790. I wrote a petition letter. Don't give them that. Give all the blame to the Lopez and the Ayala. Anyway, I don't know how many years. What do you think for new wind farms now? Because your model is different. Petro wind is in top of the mountain, the kiln, thousands of trees, no? So that they can have this so-called green wind. No? But in your case, it's flat. For modern utility scale wind, what would be the so-called grid power? What would be the a good price for a wind, for modern wind
For now?
by now?
650.
650. Good price.
And then just to add, placing wind on top of the hill versus on a level flat is actually trade-off between cost. Put in the hill, it's cost higher. Here you cost lower. But your wind regime here is lower compared to when so it's a trade-off. Your maintenance cost up will probably be higher because you have to bring up a crane, you have to do the maintenance cost huge. But it is a trade. Usually if you're in the mountains, you have longer transmission lines. You mentioned about that EDC coming from the mountain to the mountains. So it's still an economic.
Thank you everyone for your questions. We would like to